Hello, welcome to the Sunnydale Diaries, a podcast where I, Sean,
And I, Melanie.
are watching and discussing every episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and how the related themes of the episodes impact our lives.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a big fan of the show since the late 90s.
And I have not.
Today, we are discussing Season 3, Episode 2, Dead Man's Party.
Did you listen to that song yet? Did I play the
I
song for
did
you?
listen to this song,
All right.
yes.
It's a good song.
Once I really started going, I was like, oh yeah, I know this.
Yeah.
So Dead Man's Party has to do with zombies.
I can't believe we haven't talked about zombies yet. Is this the first zombie episode?
I believe it is. I don't think we've gotten anything else that really was zombie. I mean, there was the science fair one in season 2. That was a zombie.
Right. Yes. But we talked about science fair. Okay, let's talk zombies.
This is a Trixie and Katya joke. What do you call a zombie that runs really fast?
What?
A zombie.
Okay, so do you prefer your zombies slow and lumbering or fast?
Yeah, slow and lumbering. Otherwise, it's not a zombie.
Old school. Yeah. I just watched World War Z again last night. It was on TV, and I watched it. Those are some fast zombies. I think that's way scarier.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I do think that though they're scarier, but I think authentic zombies. If I get to choose what's authentic, it's the slow shuffling ones.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe it has to do with how they're made. Like if you've just got your standard run of the mill, old timey George Romero lumbering zombie, they're just like fresh out the grave and because they touched some space stuff or something, right?
Right.
But they're not like the newer, faster World War Z zombies are like infected with like a rage virus, right? Mm-hmm. So that makes sense. They would be faster and scarier. Do you have a favorite zombie show or movie?
So I'm watching The Last of Us right now. Would you consider them zombies? I feel they're zombie-esque.
They're infected.
They're definitely infected. I guess. Well, yeah. What do you let's get serious now. What do you consider like the definition of a zombie? Like, are they dead and come back to life?
I don't know. I guess it's broad definition these days. I don't know if they're. I mean, it's undead, right?
Yep.
I guess it's been a while since I've watched The Last of Us. The person does die and come back, right? Did they die? They die before they.
So I'm only like 4 episodes in. They haven't specifically said that. I mean, they're definitely infected by a fungus.
Yes, by like a mushroom fungus or something.
Yep. One that I think I learned about in school.
Oh. Can I do just a little non-zombie tangent about mushrooms?
Sure.
We went to the farmer's market up here, and we got chicken of the woods mushrooms. Have you ever heard of these?
Before you texted me that, I had never heard of it.
So this guy was like a certified mushroom grower. I don't know. There's some kind of credential he had, and he was very proud to talk to us about it. And I said, I don't like mushrooms. He said, why not? I said, well, I don't like the texture of cooked mushrooms because they're kind of slimy. And he said, oh, you got to try this chicken of the woods mushroom. And it was like a giant, like orangey mushroom. And he said it's called chicken of the woods because it's got the same texture as chicken when you cook it. And you could just put it in any dish where you would put chicken. And so we bought one. It was expensive, but we bought one. And my mom made it. She parboiled it, I think, cooked it. And then she coated it in egg and then some panko and air fried it. And I'm telling you, Sean, I mean, it didn't have much taste. I would think you'd need to marinate it or something. It definitely didn't have, which is a plus and a minus, didn't have that earthy mushroom taste, which is also not my favorite. But the texture was definitely, it was chicken. It was crazy. Dipped it in some ranch.
Yeah.
And I got turned into a zombie.
That's good.
I feel just me.
Yeah, like with that, with like some poultry seasoning, if you're really like trying to get,
That would be good. Yeah. So you guys try it out.
yeah,
Okay, so back to zombies.
zombies. All right,
Sorry. Yes.
Shaun of the Dead.
So Shaun of the Dead. See, again, I tend to like the funnier ones. I really like Shaun of the Dead and Zombieland. I really enjoyed because it's funny and also very violent.
Yeah,
I guess Shaun of the Dead is kind of violent too, but
it's funny.
definitely Zombieland. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah. I haven't watched that many scary ones, or I started to say that, but I guess I have. Like, I've watched I Am Legend, 28
Mm.
Days Later, 28 Years Later, World War Z. What about Resident Evil? You've watched those.
I've watched all of them except I think they made one last one still with that Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, yeah.
They made one last one with her, I think like around 2017. I can't find it anywhere. And
Oh,
I refuse to pay for it. So I
yeah.
just once a month I cycle through the streaming services. So I have seen all of those. They're good. Yeah,
Those are rage zombies, right? Those in that show?
virus.
Virus, right?
But yeah, they're fast.
Yeah, they're fast.
And then like as the movies got on, like they get more and more mutated. Like some of them have like stuff that like just like shoots out of their mouth that looks like they like mouth organs, like kind of like
Like eye stalks?
yeah, but
They
like
have eye
out of their
stalks?
mouth.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Um, Pet Cemetery. Little Gage comes back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's old school.
Every time I
Yeah.
mention that movie to my dad, I'll go, "Oh, little Gage."
Little Gage
Every
on
time.
the highway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Night of the Living Dead. Classic.
Classic.
Yep.
Walking
Uh,
Dead. Walking
yeah.
Dead is a new like that's a whole man, that's a phenomenon. I didn't
A
get into that
year.
one.
What in 10 years? I watched the first couple of seasons, but after a while, it was like, okay, they get to a new town. There's a villain. They defeat the villain. There's
Mhm,
zombies. Then they
mhm.
move on. Like it just, I lost interest.
They're in a town, they're in a high school, and every week it's like there's a vampire, and they kill the
Hey,
vampire, and everybody's happy, and then the next week there's a vampire.
watch your mouth. That's like the whole season, though. I feel like it was the same season over and over again. And yeah,
Yeah.
there was some like Jeffrey Dean Morgan was a good villain in that,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
it's just, lost interest.
Did you ever read the, I think it was World War Z, the books by Max Brooks? He wrote a zombie survival guide, and I think he wrote World War
Oh,
Z. Was the movie
yes.
was based on his book. They're pretty good. You should check those out. Um, what do you think he would do if there was a zombie outbreak?
I mean, I don't,
You think he'd
that's a
survive?
really good, probably not.
No, probably not.
Probably not. Well, I don't think so. Um, like, well, what's his name? The guy who was in Parks and Rec and was also in The Last of Us. Nick
Nick
Offerman.
Offerman.
I mean, his character in The Last of Us, I mean, he was a survivalist and he did survive it for like 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I would
yeah.
I that would not be me.
Well, no.
And, in Zombieland, one of the first things is, that kid has his rules, and one of them is cardio. That's I'm out right there. The first ones to go are the fatties. I'm like, "Oh, I'm out."
Stop. What about
I
Evil
wouldn't
Dead?
make it a block.
Evil Dead. You ever see that one?
The Bruce Campbell movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are those I guess those are zombies.
Yeah, I would say so. They're only
Yeah.
like they're undead. So
Yeah, yeah. And then, what's the one The Cabin in the Woods? I think the first one was zombies. You never see
oh,
I
it's
know we
right.
watched this I know we
Family.
watched the remake together, but
Wait. What do you mean the first one?
Cabin in the Woods was made not the one with Chris Hemsworth.
Not the one directed by Joss Whedon.
No, there was
Oh,
one before that,
didn't
and
know that.
I think it was Drew Goddard. I'm gonna look it up, y'all. Let's see, and it was not as very successful.
Okay.
The Woods. Cabin in the Woods. I think it was Devon Sawa was in that.
Oh wow. Okay. So like early 2000s.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, it wasn't that good, but it was zombies.
Okay.
And maybe it wasn't him. I don't know. Anyway, it wasn't that good. When they remade it with Bradley Whitford and Chris Hemsworth, and that was a really good one. And probably zombies were one of the
Yeah,
monsters a lot
I feel
that
like
could
there
have
was
killed.
a zombie family.
The zombie family was the one
Yeah.
they picked. I think there
Yep.
were other zombies, but anyway, yeah, they were pretty scary
Well,
and smart for
well,
zombies,
that's not good for zombie. You don't want a smart zombie.
able to use tools. That's that's terrifying.
It's terrifying. One of the Piers Anthony books that I have read, there's a war going on, and in this series of books, it's both magic and science. And one side of the war were reanimating the dead soldiers from the other side and reanimating them as zombies to fight for them.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Ew.
so they're basically like doubling their force at this
Ew.
point.
Isn't
Yeah.
that the end of Shaun of the Dead where they're keeping the zombies as labor?
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
little
you're right.
game shows. They like domesticate them.
They're making a Shaun of the Dead sequel.
I saw that. How are they
Oh
going to
yeah,
do
I think I
that?
sent it to you.
Oh, there was another sequel I was reading about today. And I was like, what? How are they going to do that? Anyway. Okay. Anything else about zombies? I don't know.
I don't
They're
think so.
scary.
They're scary. I don't
They're
want to be one.
gross.
Don't want to get bit by
Um,
one.
Popular songs about zombies. There's a great song
But the
called
cranberries.
Yes, that's a good one. Michael Jackson's Thriller video has zombies.
Oh yeah, yeah. When I was a kid, like a
There,
little kid, that video scared me.
there's a song by No More Kings. No More Kings, they're the ones that did oh, what was that Karate Kid song? Sweep the leg, Johnny. Sweep the leg.
Oh,
You got no knowledge of what I'm talking about.
but I do. I thought you
No
said
More
Chick-fil-A
Kings,
Johnny. I was like,
zombie.
Chick-fil-A Johnny? What?
No, sweep the leg.
I got it. I got it.
So yeah, that band, No More Kings, has a song called Zombie Me, which is amazing. You guys need to check it out. The singer, he is Pete Mitchell, and he is really cool artist now. But he also was in this band, No More Kings. They did a song called Sweep the Leg, which has a great video you should look up. Kind of all the Karate Kid guys doing cameos in it. It was really good. But their song Zombie Me, very good.
And there was
Zombie.
a WB show called iZombie.
Oh, I watched some of that.
Yeah,
I
did you
didn't
like
finish
it?
it though. It was CW.
Yeah.
You know, I think I was probably a little old for it. Not their target audience.
Mm-mm. All right,
Did you
ready to
watch
get
that? No. Oh.
in? No, ready to get into Dead Man's
Oh,
Party?
no. And then there
Whoa.
was that Drew Barrymore show.
Oh, I did watch that. Santa's
Yeah,
Parade Diet.
yeah. I want to watch that.
I liked it. You'll like
You
it.
watched it,
I did. I watched the whole thing.
right?
I
She
just
is a
finished
zombie in
it.
that.
Yeah. I just
Oh,
finished it like I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I watched it probably like over 6 years. Like I'd watch the episodes and stop,
oh.
watch it. It's good. It's good. It's
Okay. All
funny.
right. Okay. And I got one more. It's a movie. I have watched a lot of zombie stuff. It's called Life After Beth, and it's got Aubrey Plaza, and it's funny but disgusting and kind of scary. Like she dies the very beginning, and I guess she comes back, and at first her parents are trying to like hide her in the house, and her boyfriend spots her or something, and so then she's gradually becoming more and more zombie like, more like gross, and but that's a good one. Funny. Check it out.
All right. That
All
one
right.
sounds good. I'll watch that
That's a
one.
good one. I like her.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it.
So Dead Man's Party. We get
Dead
a
Man's Party.
previously on.
Yes.
But
The
we gotta take
recap.
my
We have a little
highlights.
recap.
Yeah.
But basically, Buffy stabbed Angel and sent him through the portal. She came out to Joyce, who did not take it well. Not supportive mom. As we know, Joyce is the worst. Kicks her out. And then she was a waitress and met the exotic mushroom.
Shot the row.
Then went through the black goo.
Mm-hmm. We start off in Buffy's room. She's
Yes.
unpacking.
Yes.
And
You
then
can
we.
tell right off the bat something not right.
Mhm.
You know why?
Why is that?
You know why we know this? Because there's somber music.
Mhm.
The music in this episode, there's a lot of music in this episode. The
There is.
score is like front and center in this episode, and they are not leaving anything to chance that we're going to miss any of the subtleties of this episode and all the moodiness that's going on. It's like an emotional roller coaster in this app, and they're letting us know.
Pay attention.
Right?
Yep. No, you are absolutely right.
Yeah.
She walks into Joyce's room.
Yes.
And immediately gets insulted by her because
Joyce, because Joyce, she scares Joyce. Joyce is hanging something on the wall, and it's a mask. And Joyce is telling us how they got this shipment into the gallery, and I figured this would look good in the house. She's just taking the art now out of the gallery. She's stealing the art.
I want to make a post because I want to know, do people think, I know we talked about it already, does she run the gallery? Like, is she a manager of the gallery? Or does she own it?
Either way, you're trying to sell things. You got to make that's why she's got to cook the books, because she's taking everything home. So she's got nothing to sell, but she got to show it on the book. She's making a profit.
But she just took the mask and just hung it on her wall. Like that's not okay. Well, and that mask is not okay. Like, why would you?
No, it's a creepy mask.
Why would you want that?
It's creepy.
Okay.
Yeah, the mask is way creepy for sure.
But
my brother has a collection of like African masks. When he was a bachelor, he had all over his wall. And when he got married, like every year, the masks the collection is slowly shrinking, and the masks are like going to his office. They're creepy.
Any that look like this one?
None had glowing red eyes.
Because if they did, I decided next time you're there, you need
just
to
two crazy kids. No zombies. No. So the scene between Buffy and Joyce is so awkward. It's like the worst awkward acting. Like there's a lot of a lot of like stuttering acting and and ahs and and Joyce is like, "Will you be slaying tonight?"
Only if you give me lip. But I know we talked about it last episode, but Buffy's Kelly Clarkson highlights were in full force in this scene.
Oh, really? I thought they were less. The chunky highlights I thought were gone, and she just had like strawberry blonde hair in this episode.
To me,
still there?
To me, they were very prominent.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. I trust you.
A question ahead for you. What else was in this Nigerian art shipment that Buffy doesn't like because she has no taste?
What?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Oh.
Open your mind. Use your imagination.
Okay. We're going to use our imaginations now?
Yes.
There were like ceremonial robes.
Okay.
And maybe like some to go with the robe, like some like chalices. Ooh.
I like where you're going with this.
Yeah, you like that? I'm setting a scene. If I had some like tribal music, I would play that. Like, there's like what else? I don't know.
Okay. Sometimes these things pop into my head. Like, I want to ask Melanie what she thinks. So she's off strolling down an alley.
Oh yeah, she's got to go find Xander and Willow, and so of course the first place she's going to go is the shady alley. But of course that's where she finds them.
Come in, Nighthawk.
And then she comes upon Xander, who is going by Nighthawk now. Yeah.
Vampire shows up.
Yeah, with the roar, the lion roar noise is, it's big time.
Prominent. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a fight. It's an ugly fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? They're all getting stuff around.
They're not that great, but they get him. They stake him. and he's out.
Yep. But
And then Cordelia's like, oh, in the middle of the fight, Cordelia's like, oh, hey, Buffy.
and then right before the credits, like they're all like on the ground, tossed, and she's just like, hey.
Yeah. They are not looking. I think I predicted in the last episode they were going to be very happy to see her. They were not elated to see her. They
Well,
were looking at her very cautiously and not happy. And then we have the credits.
yes.
Yeah.
And then we go to Giles' villa.
Man, the front door on Giles's villa is very substantial and almost medieval looking.
Yeah. Nobody's getting through that. I mean, he's a watcher.
Like, yeah, you expect him to open it and the door is like this thick.
Yes.
But no, okay. So they go into Giles's and he also is kind of awkward and like, yeah, I'm happy you're back, but it's a little like emotional.
He almost looks mad. Like not full blown. It's Giles, so it's hard for him to do that. But
yeah,
he looks a little mad.
Upset. Yeah. Troubled.
Yes.
They're sitting on the couch, and while Giles is making tea, because that's what he does as a good host, good British host. And so Xander's like, did you go to Belgium?
Out of all the places.
Because why not? Belgium. I would go to Belgium.
Yeah, they have good chocolate.
But when is she going to get to Belgium? She got no money. She left with nothing except her clothes. She's not going to Belgium. She made it to Sunnyvale. She made it like 1.5 towns over.
All they had to do was like drive to the local Walmart and she would have been there.
Belgium, California. In Orange County.
Xander had very poofy hair. I don't know if you noticed that.
Man, you're on hair watch this episode.
I am. Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
It was like first season, it was very just like flat low as ever. It was like had a lot of volume.
What I did notice
Giles had a very rusty water heater.
Yes. Very unsanitary and unhygienic, I would say. In the kitchen. Gross. You would think he would put like a water heater cozy over that.
They make those. Absolutely.
I'm sure. So, and then they're chatting, and Buffy is saying she just wants to get back to routine. She wants to go back to school, so she's going to have to go talk to Principal Snyder, which we know is not going to go well. No.
She wants to go to the Bronze, but nobody really wants to go with her. And,
Awkward. It's just awkward. So then we go to the meeting that they're having with Principal Snyder. And he is dead set against her not coming back to school. So much so that he's tingly.
Mm-hmm. And Hot Dog on a Stick is hiring.
Have you ever been to Hot Dog on a Stick?
Is that a real place?
Yes.
Oh,
you know that? Yeah. So we'll have to find, it's a place in California. I think it's only California. Okay. But it's like corn dogs. Corn dogs and lemonade. That's what they're known for. And their uniforms. Or they wear these hats that are kind of like tall hats with a little brim. And they're kind of look like a beach ball pattern. They're red and yellow and blue with white. And then they got cute little uniforms. It used to be like little jumpers with a little skirt that kind of matched the color scheme. I'll have to find a picture of that. We can post it. Okay. But yeah, when I lived in California, I did like some Hot Dog on a Stick. It was some good stuff. But not somewhere you want to work, I imagine.
So he doesn't want to let Buffy in.
Right.
Joyce is going to go all the way to the mayor.
Oh, and this is what I said. Something about the mayor. I don't know what it is. And and he's like, I'd like to see that. Something. Then so they leave, and Joyce is then dropping Buffy off because she's going to meet Willow for some shopping, right? Yep. And they're talking about, we'll figure it out. If you have to go to private school, maybe you'll do that. Drops Buffy off, and Buffy gets stood up.
That's just crappy. I mean, I understand, there's issues. That's just mean.
I know. I felt bad for her.
Question for you, when they're in the car talking about school options and like Joyce suggested, like some kind of private school. And Buffy
Yeah.
said she didn't want field hockey knees. What are field hockey knees?
Well, field hockey. Do you know what field hockey
What,
is?
what field hockey is?
Oh, so it's kind of like the end of Mean Girls when Regina George, I think she's playing field hockey. It's a tough sport. So you're like a lot of times you're like skidding out on your knees when you're, running up and down the field and trying to score. I think that's what that means. What
Okay,
do you think
got
it
it.
meant?
No, I figured that was the case, but you're a woman, so maybe you knew more than I did.
I am a woman, but I've never played field hockey. But I
Okay.
think field hockey is kind of like not rugby because that's like football, but like lacrosse maybe. It's kind of
Mhm.
like that, and it's
Yep.
kind of I think it's kind of a violent. Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
it's like a contact sport.
that was a sport we were known for in high school. We had a very good girls field hockey team.
Oh, okay. So you've
Yeah.
been to games. You
Oh
were there cheering them on. Oh no. Oh, you weren't in the pep squad.
no, that
No.
was
Okay.
you.
All right. All right. That
And
was
so while Willow is getting stood up, excuse me, Buffy was getting stood
Buffy
up by
stands up.
Willow. We get some moody piano music, as you pointed out.
Mhm.
So she goes home, and who do we see?
Pat.
Pat.
I was like, ooh, Pat's gonna be the zombie. Pat is the bad guy. Anytime we're introduced to a new character, I'm like, that is the bad guy, or she's about to die, a horrible death,
I mean, you're not
right?
wrong on either of those
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
accounts.
yeah, yeah. Um, that actress looked familiar. I looked her up, but I remembered her from Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo
Mm,
DiCaprio. She played
yep,
the mom of his fiance. But yeah, she is she met Joyce in book club
yep.
and she's kind of judgy,
Oh yeah.
right?
Let's
To
see.
Buffy,
Yep.
like you put your mom through hell and oh, you should go in there cuz you need to do some bonding and make up for it. You horrible horrible girl.
So
But
you
she
know
doesn't
how
say
like
that.
our thing with Joyce is, she's a felon, tax fraud, tax evasion, everything. The first Buffy podcast that I listened to like all the way through was Buffering the Vampire Slayer. And
Yeah.
their thing was that Pat and Joyce like had a secret fling while Buffy was there.
Oh.
They came up a lot with
Maybe. Maybe. I could picture it. Joyce is bereft and
vulnerable,
Pat, vulnerable and they're at the book club and then they go back and have some wine
some
and some
empanadas.
empanadas. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. So Buffy and Joyce are talking. She wants to have a little dinner party with the company plates.
Yes, get the company plates. Do you have company plates?
We do. I will say we're using. It's my parents' China set, so like from the
You've
early
never broken them
'70s.
out for me.
I have
The company plates. Oh.
because we use them for holidays.
Oh. I don't have company plates. I
Smart.
think that's an older person thing.
It really
But
is.
she does go down to get the company plates in the basement, and she finds the old dusty framed photo of her and Willow and Xander. Which
And she's been gone for 5
Why is
years.
that down there? Why is that not in her room? I mean, it's not like Joyce went and cleared out her room,
That's where she was
right?
gonna. She was gonna let Pat move in there.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Oh God,
She also
where they were
finds a
gonna
dead
put the sex swing
cat. Oh no, no,
in Buffy's
no.
room.
Dead cat down there.
Yeah, really dead. Gross. So
They
they
bury
bury
it.
it. And so this is where they say the line. I got this random text from Sean before I had watched this episode. And goodbye, stray cat who lost its way. We hope you find it. That's all I get from Sean. This is our relationship. I just get like the most random text, but at least
Um,
now I know what it is.
yeah, that's good that they buried it. They didn't just like toss it in the trash or something.
Oh no, yes.
I'm sure
That's good.
somebody would. Yeah. Buffy
Yeah,
goes to bed
I
at
guess.
11:34 p.m. That's late for high school.
Yes.
I was not going to bed that late.
Well, I don't know. They're usually at the bronze. So, they're going to be out. You go to
Fair.
the bronze at like 8:30, 9.
Yeah.
Hang out for a couple hours, have your tea, read a book.
What song?
croissant, witness the harvest, and then you go home. It's 11 o'clock. Can't sleep. She's having intrusive thoughts. She's having problems because the music is telling us she's having intrusive thoughts. And then we see the mask and the lights in the eyes. Ooh, a damn mask.
Zombie cat.
And then the bad effect of the cat. You don't even see you just see the dirt. And it's obviously like a plate or something, because the dirt is moving like this. And you don't see the cat actually coming out of the dirt. You just see the cat like jumping. Like they put the cat in a box and they just had the cat jump and meow. Dead cat. It's back. But nothing happens. We just see the cat get out of the grave. Buffy is entering the school and she's wearing this shirt she's wearing. It's backless. It's not a strapless bra because that would go around her back. So I don't know what she's wearing. It's inappropriate for school. I don't know if they had my TikTok right now. My TikTok is full of ads for these cakes. They're like silicone things you wear instead of a bra. They're kind of sticky. They're like discs. So I was thinking maybe she's wearing cakes. But again, inappropriate. I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. I said her boobs look really weird. I'm not boob shaming. It's an inappropriate shirt.
I agree.
The school is empty. Very weird. And then she's in the courtyard and the angel is there. I'm like, oh, it's a freaking dream.
Again.
Yeah, again, another dream. There's a lot of dream sequences going on in this season so far.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, she says, I'm afraid. And he says, you should be afraid. And then you should go join your friends who are waiting for you. That's all that's it. And then she wakes up to a bell/buzzer, and her alarm clock buzzer. That is the worst. Oh, I would hate to wake up to that.
I guess it gets the job done.
Yeah, it does. But then you wake up like in a bad mood. At least I would.
Yeah.
What a way to start your day. So yeah, it was a dream. And then she's talking to Joyce, and Joyce has been talking to the superintendent about getting her back into school. And then she suggests that Buffy goes to a private girls' school. Buffy's not happy about that. And then she's like giving Joyce some back talk about it, like, geez, why don't you just blah, blah, blah. And I will say, Joyce has a good point here. That this is all because Buffy made some bad decisions. And now she's going to have to live with some consequences. And I said, yeah, that's right. That's right. As much as I hate to agree with Joyce.
I did not like that she said, it's not like I ride the little bus to school.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Joss.
And
and she's saying they should make some allowances for you.
She's special.
Like, yeah, because you're special. And then why can't you tell someone? Tell the police they'd love to have a superhero.
Is that the right term for her? Would you consider her a superhero?
No.
I
would say she's an anti-hero. I would say on the spectrum, the D&D RPG spectrum, she's chaotic good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
You know who is just chaotic? The zombie cat.
Yes. The cat is back. The dead cat is back. Ew.
Call Giles.
Yes, they call Giles. He comes in with his dead cat carrier. And I said, wow, that is a really well-trained actor cat. That he was able to put it into that carrier so easily. I don't know if you've had cats. You know they don't go into the carrier like that.
No.
Or be screaming, splaying out. That was a good actor cat.
Yeah.
I hope he got a bonus for this episode.
Some real high quality albacore.
Yeah, probably. Or sedated.
In the library, the cat's there. Oz wants to call him Patches.
Yeah, I know. Oz likes the cat.
I don't know if you noticed, but I did. Oz had, or Seth Green, really nice eyes in that scene. Never
I
noticed them
did not
before.
notice.
Yeah,
We'll have
maybe I'll
to
post a
find
screenshot.
a screen grab of that. Oz and
Yeah.
his nice eyes.
Mhm.
All right. You're noticing
So,
these little details in this episode. I'm very impressed.
the discussion of whether it's a gathering, a shindig, or a hootenanny, my
Yeah.
husband will quote this often.
Really?
Yes, especially when we're talking about like what kind of like party we're gonna have or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And like I just like saying a hootenanny is a whole lot of hoot and just a little bit of nanny.
Do you think their descriptions are correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. I
I
do not agree that Brie is stinky.
No, the priest not stinky.
And then Willow suggests that Oz brings the band to play, which is very presumptuous, I would say.
Mm-hmm. It's
Like,
turning
you can
to
have a
gathering.
hootenanny without like bringing in a band and the whole school to wreck the house.
Right. Yeah. And as they're talking, the mask is in a book that Giles is flipping through.
Yeah, he's flipping through and it's like, there's the mask, but he doesn't actually look at it right then. He's like talking while it's, flipping to the page. I
Mhm.
know. Oh, Giles. Okay, so then Buffy and Joyce are setting the table with the company plate, and then ding dong, it's Pat. And she's got her empanadas. And she's coming to dinner. Guess who's coming to dinner? It's Pat. Pat, the possible lesbian. Yep. And again, she's got some more judgment for Buffy.
Mm.
And
But
then
I
Buffy, I
love
did laugh at this. I laughed at this when she's Buffy. Yeah, Buffy's like, "Do you want to talk to my mom?" Mom, mom.
Yep.
That was funny.
And the dingo showed up.
That was pretty authentic, I'd say, for a teenager dealing with their mom's friend.
All right, I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back. It's still recording though.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, it's still going.
Okay.
All right, so Pat.
Where were we?
And then the dingo showed up.
Yes. And the party is raging. I wrote it's a full-fledged hootenanny. And Buffy does not look happy.
No, there's awkwardness all over the place.
Yeah. She tries talking to Willow, who is having very selective hearing. She's like, "Oh, are you having fun? Okay, yeah, great." And then Buffy says something. She's like, "I can't hear you." Yeah. Acting. So then Buffy calls her out of the room and confronts her, and Willow maintains that everything is fine, but it's not fine. It's not fine. And then we see the mask again. Woo! And we see a murder victim on the street with the police, and the murder victim gets up and yeah.
There's a scene
Stuff is going on
in an ER, which is probably the most accurate healthcare scene we have seen yet. But then he becomes a zombie.
A burn victim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just hear the sounds of him wreaking havoc in that OR.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pat and Joyce in the kitchen. Shots.
Wait. Did we do Buffy is at the refreshments table at the party? I don't know if you noticed this. This was just me. Maybe she's at the refreshments table and there's a dude standing there like mauling popcorn, shoving it into his face. And then he looks at Buffy like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, baby, like that. Oh my gosh. And then and she walks away. And then that's where she overhears the guests talking about, they don't even know whose party this is, some chick. And then she overhears Joyce talking to Pat about how, it's hard that she's back. And it's almost worse. Ugh. Why you say that, Joyce?
See the
say that kind of stuff. Worst. Okay. And then she goes to her room and starts packing. Right? And the mask is still glowing. And the zombies are still growing. And then the zombies are headed toward the house. Oh, boy. Buffy. The hootenanny is about to pick up.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of hoot. And even more nanny.
Yeah. A lot of hoot and a lot of nanny.
Buffy and Willow go at it. And
yes.
I don't agree with what Willow did by by standing her up, but Willow had her own problems and didn't have anyone to talk to.
I mean, she's right. I mean, she has her own life going on, and Buffy, it's all about Buffy. I mean, Buffy does have an extraordinary amount of stuff going on, but yeah, she hasn't been a very good friend.
It's almost like when your good friend like moves to the next state. It's crazy.
As I was saying it, I knew it was coming.
Oh, you guys. All right. So anyway, let's see. Oh, and she does mention again that she's studying witchcraft. So obviously that's going to play more of a part. And I know just from pop culture that there is like a whole storyline of her witchcraft, right? And then at this point, Giles has figured out what's going on. He saw the page with the mask, and he's rushing to go find Buffy and to help them out.
Yeah.
But he runs into the zombie attack. And these zombies.
He tries calling first, and somebody answers the phone. Party Villa.
It's and the guy with popcorn.
It's who?
He's like, I think it's the popcorn guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Right. I don't know. But he's like, is there a buddy?
You got the wrong casa, Mr. Belvedere.
That's right. Oh, man.
I also like the line when Giles is driving. Do you like my mask? Isn't it pretty? It raises the dead. Americans.
I know. He's so frustrated, but he was admiring that mask when he first saw it. When he came to pick up the cat, he was like, oh, yeah, that's a nice mask. He had no idea either. Mm-hmm. Nope. But come on, you live in Sunnydale. There's a mask on the wall. You know it's going to be haunted or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, okay. Buffy and Willow are still arguing. Joyce walks into Buffy's room, and she is pissed off because Buffy is packing again. She's like, what the hell? What are you doing? You know? And I wrote, Act 3 of this episode is just Buffy being really upset and frustrated and everybody being pissed.
Yeah.
This is where it's all coming to a head. And then and she leaves the room. She goes back down to the party, and Joyce follows her and is like giving it to her in the middle of the party. Embarrassing. Mm-hmm. Ooh, in front of all her non-friends.
Yep. In front of all her classmates.
I mean, yeah, they have no idea who she is, but they're all going to stand around and watch this. And her friends actually come out, and they're all standing around watching this, you know, lurking on the sidelines as people do in this show.
And Joyce has had schnapps.
She's had schnapps. Buffy does make a good point that Joyce is the one that said, if you walk out the door, don't come back. So, yeah, good point, Joycey. And so everybody's attacking Buffy, and then Buffy's like, anybody else want to weigh in? How about you buy the dip? Poor Jonathan.
Poor Jonathan. Jonathan. I'm okay.
Well, no thanks, I'm good. I'm beginning to love Jonathan.
He's fun.
I'd love to find him and interview him.
Danny Strong? Oh, we could.
Yeah, Danny Strong.
We could try.
Let's try.
All
right. So, the zombies are attacking Giles in his car, and of course the keys are like outside the car. He can't get to the keys, so he hot wires the car. So a skill he learned, you know, back in his Ripper days, I imagine.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, he says like riding a bloody bicycle. The zombies in this episode are very slow, except for when they're punching that car window out.
Yeah.
That guy like railed really fast.
A little bit of rage left.
Yeah, a little bit. So they're still arguing at the party, and then the zombies descend on the house, break through the plate glass. That's the plate glass moment of the show, this episode.
Yep.
They're breaking into the windows and doors. Big fight scene. Even Joyce is helping out. She breaks something over somebody's head or something, and Pat gets attacked.
Poor Pat.
It's a short-lived affair, if they were having an affair. Popcorn guy gets his neck snapped.
Yeah. Joyce asks, "Are these zombies? Are these vampires?
Are these vampires?
Nope, not vampires.
Nope, not vampires.
They run upstairs. You never go upstairs."
They don't know the rules. They haven't seen Scream. They don't know. So they're gonna barricade the door, and then the zombies go right through the door anyway. Doesn't matter. Bring Pat with us. Mistake. You don't bring the zombie attack victim up with you.
No.
Except Cordelia and Oz head to a closet.
Mm-hmm.
In which case I was like, ooh, don't go into the closet with Cordelia. This is where she likes to make out.
You're right.
I did think that. I was like, oh, is she gonna cheat on Xander with Oz now?
Ooh, that'd be a good storyline.
Yeah. But no, they don't. They go to the closet. The mask falls off the wall. The eyes are glowing. Pat's eyes open. Oh, commercial break.
Yep. Pat's a zombie.
Yeah. Not only is she a zombie that then puts on the mask and becomes the embodiment of the demon.
Ovu, which I had to Google. It's nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, Ovu.
Oval.
Ovu.
Round. Egg.
Oval. Yeah.
I guess I could see it.
Mubani. Spam Musabi. Masubi. Mitsubishi. Anyway, okay, so Pat puts the mask on. She becomes the demon incarnate. And she says, I live, you die.
Buffy gets flashed.
Her magic power is flashing eyes.
Yep. But it does seem to stun for a second. Not very long.
At least just 1 second. Which is enough, I guess, to really do some damage, because she does. Buffy is fighting Demon Pat and figures out the eyes are the secret power. She gives her a shovel to the eyes. Was
it a shovel or a pitchfork?
It was a shovel.
A shovel.
I think it was the shovel they used to bury the cat.
Oh, okay.
That was out there.
Yep. And while all that was going on, Giles showed up. Oz and Cordy had ski poles. So I liked it how she's like, "Hey, Pat," and then made you look.
Yep.
And then all the zombies just disapparate.
And poor Oz is like, "I'm coming out to help you."
Never mind.
Oh. We go back into the house. Everybody comes together with the poignant music. Oh, we're really happy. And then everybody confesses what's on their minds. And now we're all friends again.
Big hugs.
Sorry. Now we are back in Snyder's office. And Giles wants to have a word. He
puts the ripple.
And Snyder, he can't talk because he's got a meeting with the mayor. But Giles / Ripper throws him against the wall and says he can make his life difficult. I like it.
Yes.
Standing up for his girl. He's very, very threatening, but he's still smiling, which was even scarier, I thought.
Yes.
I would be like, whoa.
Yeah, that's my now.
Yeah. I'm not messing with this guy. Then we cut to Buffy and Willow are at the shopping center for their shopping date, finally. And she's listening to Willow talk about everything that's going on in her life. And she's being a good friend to Willow. And her witchcraft.
Yep.
Yeah.
The pigtails are back.
Yeah.
I like to take tails.
And then that's it, right?
Yeah. They have a little fun spat, calling each other names.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
That's how it ends.
Yeah. Whore,
witch,
gold digger, wolf dater.
So, what do you think? Overall,
I put in closing. Did the cat disappear like the zombies?
I bet it did.
You think so?
I do.
Okay, cat dust. What did I think? It was okay. Yeah.
How many steaks?
It was okay. How many steaks do I give this one? The shovel to the face was good. That was very satisfying. I feel bad that now Joyce lost her friend. But it's good that Joyce knows that this kind of stuff is going on, because I don't know how they would have explained that away.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I will give this one 2.5 steaks.
Okay. Well, what, 3.5?
Ooh, 3.5.
3.5.
That's a good score.
I like, there's a lot of good one-liners in this one.
Okay. All right.
My favorite line was, "Do you like my mask? Isn't it pretty? It raises the dead."
That was pretty funny.
Americans.
That was pretty funny. Did I write down my favorite moment? It wasn't really a line when Buffy's like, "Do you want to talk to my mom? Do you want to see my mom?" Mom.
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was good.
All right.
So what's coming up next?
Next, we have season 3, episode 3, Faith, Hope, and Trick.
I don't like that name. Grammatically, I don't like the name.
Okay, we'll discuss more.
But all right.
All right.
Okay.
So I know you've already watched it because we're recording that one next. But
Yes.
based on that title, did you have any thoughts beforehand?
Well, before I saw, well, I know that there's Dushku in it because it was on the front page of the of the thing. So it's got something to do with her.
Okay.
Is what I thought before I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this podcast, our first video apart podcast, and you want to leave a review or a rating, we would love to hear from you.
Yes.
If you're on a platform that doesn't allow for reviews, you could leave a review on our Facebook site. You want to tell them some more about the socials, Melanie?
Let's talk about the socials. Let me just say this about us being far apart, and just to let everybody know how hard we've worked this week to get this together and working. We are here in the mountains of Georgia on our second internet provider in a week. The one we signed up for initially was horrible, and there was like a 3-second delay between my mouth and the sound. And so we had planned on me standing outside the public library in a town 15 minutes away so that I could use their Wi-Fi. And then yesterday we got our second internet provider, which I won't say who it is, but the guy that runs the company, it rhymes with be long bust. Anyway, so that seems to be working okay. Anyway,
we're making it work.
So we're working hard for you guys. Oh, the socials. We are everywhere except for that guy's social media platform X, and we are at the Sunnydale Diaries everywhere.
Yep. If you want to send us an email, our email address is thesunnydalediaries@gmail.com.
Yes.
We also have a Discord server, and if you want an invite to that, you can go to our website, which is
sunnydalediaries.com.
Yep. And there's a button there to get an invite to the Discord server.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts before we wrap up Dead Man's Party?
Didn't make me like zombies anymore. Didn't make me like Joyce anymore. And smelly cats. Smelly cat. Smelly cat. Get in the carrier.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Bye.